Hello again. Welcome to this edition of Birdwatching with Rudy Bird. Today we're going to look at 3 hummingbirds that are very common here in Belize City. Enjoy. Hummingbirds can be described as little flying, shiny things, such as gemstones and other things. Here in Belize City, there are 3 very common hummingbirds, and you can see them almost everywhere also, as long as there are flowers nearby. These are the cinnamon hummingbird, the Rufus-tailed hummingbird, and the green-breasted mango. Let's look at the 3 of them and see what their similarities and differences are. In Belize, there are over 20 different types of hummingbirds. Belize's most common hummingbird is the cinnamon hummingbird. The very name suggests what you're looking for. Perhaps not as shiny as the rest, it is very, very brown, like cinnamon. They also tend to be very noisy and very aggressive. If they have a nest nearby, they'll buzz you. Imagine a Harrier jet coming at you and you are the enemy. That's how aggressive they can be. Look out for them. If it's brown or almost totally brown, you are definitely looking at a cinnamon hummingbird. Rufus-tailed hummingbirds is another one of those that tells you exactly what to look for. A rufous tail. Now, don't be worried about that word Rufus. If you're looking for birds, that name will come up many times. Rufus means simply brownish red or rusty brownish red. Look for that word in other species of bird also. Back to the hummingbird. It's shiny green, really shiny. Black wings and the tail stands out. It's a little bigger than the cinnamon hummingbird. Remember that many of these hummingbirds like the little flowers you might have in your own backyard. You don't need a fancy garden to look for Belize City hummingbirds. Green-breasted mangoes are the largest of the 3 birds mentioned today. Green-breasted mangoes are interesting, very interesting. Those females, if you ever come across a hummingbird perched in your backyard or hovering around the place, and you notice 2 white stripes running down the center of the bird from the bill right down to the tail in the front, you're looking at a female green-breasted mango. The male does not have that stripe. That's the only hummingbird that has that mark. You can be certain of that. The male is large, he is green, and they are usually found, at least in my experience, not too close to the ground, but the upper reaches of the larger trees. Those that have big flowers on top, that's where I look for them sometimes. They are larger and easier to find. Sometimes they are very greedy, and all their bill and their throat gets messed up with the yellow pollen from the flowers, as you'll see in these images. Interesting. Look out for these 3 hummers here in Belize City, or as a matter of fact, almost everywhere you go in the country. They can be found everywhere indeed. You do not need a fancy garden with lots and lots of beautiful flowers or roses. As a matter of fact, I find them in my own home, and all I have is a noni tree with tiny little flowers and my neighbor's bouquet tree with full of flowers in season. Sometimes I don't even have flowers and they are sitting on my clothesline. I look for them and there they are. Now, look for more of these videos in the Facebook page of the Belize Birdwatching Club. Visit us there. Always good information about birding in Belize City or anywhere in the country. You're most welcome to visit.